Well, hello. The video says it's recording, and you clicked on this title because you want to know some good nuggets or some good steps in getting a buyer under contract. Whether you're a brand new agent, which this series is kind of targeted to, or a seasoned agent who just wants to know some of the things that I do to help get buyers under contract, stick around. That's what this video is all about. All right, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, give it thumbs up, spread the love, share this with everyone that you work with, and always remember, verify everything with your broker, okay? These are my nuggets. These are the way that I do things. Verify everything with your state agencies, verify everything with your own broker. My name is Josh Barnett. I'm with eXp Realty. Yes, I want to sponsor you to the #1 brokerage in the world, eXp Realty. I've been in the business over 14 years. I've had my own office. I've been at itty bitty tiny offices. I've been at great big independent offices. I've been at franchises. I'm constantly blown away at everything eXp Realty has to offer. And that's why I made this series. That's why I'm making this channel public. I've never really told people how to do business unless they've been a direct mentor of mine. But eXp Realty has completely changed my outlook on the real estate world. And I want to show it to you, and I want to bring it to you, and that's the reason for this channel. Call, text, or email me so we can get you sponsored over eXp Realty. Now, let's get in today's video, contracting a buyer. You got your real estate license, you did your prospect, you got a buyer lead, and you looked at houses, and guess what? You found the one. Let's go over the next step. I told you not to worry. You would find the right house. The houses present themselves, and it looks like there's not many crazy weird stuff show up on the inspection. So congratulate, you found the one. Now, that could have taken you, a couple months to find the one. Or it could have happened on the very first time you went out with the buyer. Some of my buyer reps have shown one of my listings and contracted them immediately. And it happens yearly. Those are the ones that make it all worth. Show one house, contract it. When you got a good listing, it's gonna get sold. Okay, so sometimes it takes a couple months, sometimes it happens right away. Don't worry, it will happen. All you gotta do is stay in touch with that buyer. Mondays and Thursdays, keep checking in with them, schedule the showings, get them out there, get them to look at it. Okay, buyers are a lot more labor intensive in getting them going, but people got to buy a house. You had to buy a house. I had to buy a house. I bought way too many houses. I'm tired of buying houses. but enjoy the process. Be a good agent. What do I mean by that? You found the right one. They found the one. They're like, yeah, we want it. You got to do a quick mental sweep of the house. Okay, was there anything weird that's going to show up on the inspections that you need to bring their attention to right away? Is there something on the house that their loan is going to make a condition? Is there some cracks in the brick that are longer than 3/4 of an inch or something like that? If they're using an FHA loan, or is there peeling paint? They're using a USDA loan. Be a good agent. Don't unsell the house. Just bring to their attention things that may come up on the appraisal. Be a good agent. The more informed the buyer is, the easier the process is. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So you did your mental check, everything looked good. Step number 4, if everything looks good, contract the house. Contract the house ASAP. If everything looks good, they love the house, contract. Especially in today's market, we don't know how long houses are going to last, so get it under contract ASAP. Step number 5, these are questions that you're going to ask to help you complete the contract correctly. Find out what date for them is good in the next 30 to 45 days to close. The worst thing that could happen is they're so excited about buying the house, they forgot that they had a wedding to go to, or they forgot that they were doing something with their CPA on the day that was accidentally written into the contract. That's why you find out what day would be best to close on your new home. Say, all right guys, this is super exciting. I'm going to start putting the paperwork together. What is the best day for you to close on the home in the next 30 to 45 days? And if it's a cash deal, you can be like, in the next 2 to 3 weeks. But if it's a loan deal, next 30 to 45 days. They're going to give you that answer. Write it down or make a mental note. Second question to ask when you're getting ready to write that contract. Okay guys, got the title, got the closing date. I got it right here. What, do you already know someone in your church, or know someone that's a family member of yours that works at a title company that you would like to use? 9 times out of 10, now I'm going to say 99% of the time, no one knows anyone that works at a title company. But that 1% of the time that they did, it's better to know that up front rather than them call you later. Hey, just found out Susie Sue works at XYZ title company. We actually want to renegotiate that and get that changed. So it's better to ask that up front. And if they do know someone, they're going to tell you. Another part of the contracts is inspections and due diligence. So when they want to write that contract, a question that will make your life a whole lot easier is finding out what day, if it's towards the end of the week, what day next week would be best for inspection. If it's at the beginning of the week, say what day this week or next week would be best for inspections. And you find that out. Have them check their calendars. Have them look at their schedules. If they've got a work conference meeting call on Friday and you don't have enough adequate time in the inspection period to hit that Friday, try to get that inspection date tied down and then give yourself plus or minus 5 days on each side of that inspection date. So if they can't look at it until next Wednesday, make sure that your inspection period is to next Monday or the following Monday or the following Tuesday, because if something comes up during that inspection on Wednesday, you want to have adequate time built in your inspection period to get additional inspectors in to look at those items. And then by all means, go over the cost sheet again. Okay, guys, we've got inspections on this home. We got well and septic, we got water test, we've got termites. So you're gonna be looking roughly around $1,000 to $1,500 on inspections. With that amount in mind, usually putting down 1% in earnest money is a pretty easy way to secure a home. Is 1% in earnest money, keeping in mind that you're gonna also have the appraisal cost. If it's rural, in Oklahoma, you'd be looking at an $800 to $1,200 appraisal. If it's in the city, you're looking at $550, $650 nowadays on appraisal costs. So keeping in mind appraisal costs, keeping in mind inspection costs. Would a 1% earnest money check be too much, or do we want to just do 0.5%? Go over the cost with them. The worst thing, you don't want your buyer to be broke during the purchasing process. It's expensive to buy a house. You've got your down payment, your inspection cost, your appraisal cost, and any additional inspection cost. It's expensive to buy a house. They're not cheap. Number nine. So you got all those questions answered. They found the right home. Now you got to write the contract. If you're getting ready to go to another appointment, call your TC up. Call your TC up on the way to let the buyer know, okay, I'm gonna go write this contract. I'm gonna get it emailed over to you for e-signing. I'm gonna call you. We're gonna go through it. We'll get it signed. We'll get it presented. They're gonna be like, great. And if you're going to another appointment, say, I got my TC. I'm gonna call my TC on the way to my other appointment. They're gonna get started putting together this contract for us. They're gonna email it to you, and then I'm gonna call you as soon as that appointment's over, and we're gonna go over that contract together. That way you know what it says, and that way when you sign it, you're ready to buy your new home. Does that sound all right? And they'll be like, yeah, that sounds great. So let them know you're going to put the contract together, or let them know that your TC is going to put the contract together. One of you is going to email it to them for e-signing, and then you're going to call and discuss it with them. Step number 10, do what you just said. Get the contract together, email it to him, call him and discuss them. Or call your TC, get him or her all the information that's pertinent and have him email it to him, then call him and discuss them as soon as that appointment's over. Number 10 is do what you just said you were going to do. Number 11, while you're doing that part of it, you're also texting and emailing the listing agent, and you're trying to find out important information like, hey, is it still available? I mean, in this market, sometimes houses sell right away. It's so annoying. And they let them get sold right away, which is super annoying too. You make sure it's still available, make sure they're taking contracts, and if it's in a multiple offer situation. If it's a multiple offer situation, you want to call your buyer back and let them know, hey, it's a multiple offer situation. Maybe we should do an escalation clause. You know how we talked about escalation clauses and using them, etc., etc. How do we fill it out with these terms? Give them a suggested way to win the home. Guys, we've looked at 15, 13 homes. In today's market, we've looked at 5 or 6. I mean, there's no inventory. But if we want to win this home, here's what I suggest we do on that escalation. You find out if you need to do all that when you call, text, and email the agent and say, hey, what's going on with the listing? We're getting ready to write an offer. I want to let you know that. Is there anything I need to know? So you emailed them the contract, or your TC emailed them the contract. You finish the appointment. You've talked to the listing agent. Now you call them, present the contract to them, go over it with them, and then make sure they understand everything. Get it all signed, and then get it back to that other agent ASAP. Email it to them. I send them the whole packet sometimes. I have the signings automatically set up. As soon as they sign it, listing agent gets the whole packet. There's way more information in there, especially with our affiliate business agreement, our wire fraud disclosures, our OREC purchase contract pamphlet, stuff like that. There's way more information that the other agent needs in that email, but you got to get it to them immediately. You got to get it presented ASAP, and then call that other agent, say, hey, we just signed it, we just sent it over, here's the details of it. I'm looking super forward to working with you. They're really flexible on closing date, so if when you move that around, let me know. Only say truths. Don't tell that listing agent things that aren't true. They're really flexible on inspection times. If the seller doesn't want to leave the house during the inspections, that is 100% their right. That's a-okay. Let that other agent know you are very easy to work with, and sell that contract to that agent. Your job, you don't get paid until you close. Sell that contract to that agent. Do not stop selling. You're constantly selling. You're a salesperson. Sell, sell, sell. You go out there, you sell, you win people over. Sales is emotional. Win people over with kindness, with happiness, and with respect. Go out there, sell your buyer's contract to that listing listing agent, and sometimes listing agents do tell sellers which agents are easy and which agents aren't easy to work with. They do. All right, guys, that's today's video on contracting a buyer. I hope you got some nuggets out of that. It was a whole bunch of information in a little bitty time period video, but call, text, or email me if you got questions on any of it. My name is Josh Barnett with eXp Realty. I want to sponsor you to the best real estate brokerage in the world, a brokerage that is the Amazon of the real estate industry, that is the Uber of the real estate industry, that is the Netflix of the real estate industry. Call, text, or email me. Let's get you over to eXp Realty. Let's get you firing on all 8 cylinders, and let's take your business to that next level. I'll see you guys on the next video.